the review chamber.
Hi Ranger Nation, it's me, Joe from the Ranger Chamber team, and I'm right here back in the review chamber with another Power Rangers toy review for you guys. So today I've got another set of figures for you. Now this is the first time on the Ranger Chamber that we're reviewing a wave of figures, so this is really exciting. And so in this video we're going to be reviewing the 6th wave of the Power Rangers Lightning Collection figure packs. Oh my goodness me. So this is wave 6 of the Power Rangers Lightning Collection. So we have got 1, 2, 3, 4 figures, which is really cool. Now I know what you're going to say. There's one figure here that you've probably seen, well, 2 figures. Well, not really. There's a different version of well, they're both figures that you've seen before, but they're both different versions. So what have we got? We've got, as you can see, we've got Yellow Space Ranger Ashley. We've got Zach, the Mighty Morphin Black Ranger, with a different head from his armoured Black Ranger figure. Tommy, the Red Zeo Ranger, and of course the Season 1 version of Goldar. What do you mean Season 1 Goldar? Well, without further ado then, let's jump into this review. So here's the review of the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Wave 6 review with me. Okay, so here they are, the 6th wave of Power Rangers Lightning Collection figures. So as you can see, we have 4 figures for this wave. Well, it's the same like any other wave really. So we have Zach, the Mighty Morphin Black Ranger. We have Goldar from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers from Season 1. You'll know why a bit later on. And we have Tommy, the Red Zeo Ranger from Power Rangers Zeo. And Ashley from Power Rangers in Space, the Yellow Ranger. Okay, so let's start by taking a look at each figure's packaging first. So let's start with Zach, the Black Ranger. As you can see, I'm going to just adjust the camera quickly so you can get a nice look. Zoom in, there we go. So as you can see, you've got a nice artwork down the side of the Mighty Morphin Black Ranger, and the figure itself with the head. Now the thing a bit different of the head, which we'll take a look a little later, the Blade Blaster and the Power Axe, Power Rangers Lightning Collection, Mighty Morphin Black Ranger, Hasbro logo. On the side we continue that artwork down the side, I love that. The Mighty Morphin logo at the top. On the other side, the artwork again, but in a different style, but you've got that little lightning bolt down the side. And at the back, we've got the picture of the Black Ranger with his Power Axe in cannon mode, using the special effect that comes with it. So that looks really cool. Okay, next, Goldar from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Season 1. Now, it's just basically the Goldar figure, but I think it's painted slightly differently. And as you can see, we've got the Goldar artwork on the front, Mighty Morphin Goldar, and we've got the artwork continue down the side as well. Really cool. Mighty Morphin logo, and we've got the artwork right here with the lightning bolt, and on the back we've got Goldar. Now Goldar, this one doesn't come with its wings because this is supposed to be based on the Season 1 Goldar where he didn't have his wings. Okay, he did have his wings a bit, but then later on you don't really see him have his wings much. Okay, next one is Tommy, the Red Zeo Ranger, and this looks really cool. So as you can see, we've got the Red Ranger, Zeo Ranger on the front. The logo, Power Rangers Lightning Collection, Zeo Red Ranger, and then there's the head for Tommy with his very long hair. And we've got, see, this is different because he's got long hair in this. With this figure instead of having it in a ponytail like with the White Ranger figure. And we've got his Zeo sword and the Zeo 5 power sword, and then it also does come with his Zeo laser pistol, but you can't see it at the minute. And we turn to the side, Power Rangers Zeo logo, and we're going down the box looking really fantastic. And on the other side again, that amazing artwork. And on the back, the figure itself with the Zeo 5 power sword, and there's the Zeo laser pistol with the extra effect that comes with it. Okay, and finally we have Space Yellow Ranger Ashley. Oh wow, so this is really cool. So we got Ashley here as the Space Yellow Ranger with her Astro Blaster and her Star Slinger, and the little extra effect that comes with it. Power Rangers Lightning Collection, in Space Yellow Ranger, even though it would have been better if it was just Space Yellow Ranger, but never mind. Again, there's the artwork from the front, looking really cool. From the side, it continues, which is really cool. So it sort of has like a 3D effect, which is what I love about these figure boxes. And the Power Rangers in Space logo, the artwork down the side, with that little lightning bolt. And on the back, the figure itself with her, the Yellow Ranger with her Star Slinger, with the extra effect added on. Fantastic. Okay. So these figures are really cool. I love. So we've had a look at the packaging. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to open them all up and then we're going to take a look at each individual figure. Okay. So the first figure we have for this review, number 1, it's Zack the Mighty Morphin Black Ranger. Now, as you may remember, we previously have reviewed the Mighty Morphin Black Ranger, but with the Dragon Shield, which was sort of, I think it was like a Walgreens exclusive in America. But we've had it in, I think, in demand toys and comics and cocktails and A1 toys and places like that. But yeah, so we've got an unshielded, a normal Mighty Morphin Black Ranger figure. So as you can see, we've got the figure itself. We have a Blade Blaster accessory, Blade Blaster in Saber mode accessory, or sword mode, whatever you want to call it. 2 extra fist, the add-on accessory for the Power Axe, the Power Axe itself, and the head itself, the Zack's head. But you'll see why, as I said earlier, it's different. But first of all, let's take a look at the detailings of the figure. So as you can see straight away, we've got some nice detailing on the helmet with nice silver and white for the outlines and gold for the eyes. And we move down, we've got the white diamonds on the chest, as always with Mighty Morphin figures. Well, Ranger figures that is. Black diamonds on the cuffs. We've got the Morpher buckle with the Mastodon power coin. Looking very nice. Move down the legs. We've got black and then the diamonds. If we turn the figure to the back, the diamonds continue to the back of the figure. Looking really cool. And so do the diamonds. And so on. Okay, so now we're going to do the articulation. Okay, so let's check out the articulation. Now, as this is we've got Tommy's articulation will be pretty much the same as this figure, but let's take a look. Alright, so as always, the head can turn 360 degrees since it's on a ball joint, and it can move its head up and down like that. It's got an arm joint here. You can move its shoulder, up and down, and then forward. Oh, hold on. Forward, like that, and back, like so. And got double elbow joints here, just like with all the generic figures, well, male figures anyway. And we got, you can turn the arm, forearm here. You can turn this part, and you can also turn, no you can't, I'm sorry, you can't turn this part here, sorry. So you have to turn the arm to do that, but you can turn the hand because the hands are removable. And this one, yes, it looks like it's got the, yes it does, just like all the other Ranger hands, so you can move it forward and back like so, and that's the same on the other arm pretty much as well. Very cool. Now torso, the upper torso can move back and forward. Lower torso, again, it's the same, forward, backwards and forwards, like that. Legs, like so, forward. You could turn at the calf, bend at the knee, like that, and turn the foot here, and, well, boot rather, and then leg, or foot rather, back, stand straight, and pointy toes, like so. And then this is a double knee joint, just like with all other male Ranger figures, like so. Okay, so that's the articulation done. We've taken a look at the detailing. Now let's take a look at the accessories. So we have the head itself. So this Zack head, it's a little different because this one's got dreadlocks like he has in season 2, although it's a little brown for his hair. I think it would have been better if it was black, but or at least a very dark brown, but there you go. But that's the head. Very cool. And you know how to change the heads. Because we've shown you many times before, but just in case this is the first video you've seen, so we're going to show you. So grip the head carefully, twist and pull gently, so you're twisting and pulling like so. Then you take the head and then push down and twist slowly like so. Ooh, it takes a little while. There we go. That's probably the, hold on. That's probably the best I'm going to get. Unfortunately, it's not proper, but it's on there. Yeah, it's on there. Good. Like so. So yeah, that's cool. Then to take it off, I'm going to put the Black Ranger helmet back on. There we go. When you hear that pop, that's when you know you got the head back on the body perfectly. Okay. Right. Okay, next we have his power axe, which is exactly the same as what you get with the armoured Black Ranger. Again, it would have been nice if the power coin here was painted gold, but it still looks really cool. You know, at least it looks like the Mastodon power coin, and it's nice with black and yellow and silver. And as always, you can switch it if it will let me. It is meant to let you switch between power axe and the power cannon, so I don't know if it's just my one, but I think it's just because it's new out of the box. But hold on, it's moving. Oh, it's meant to be. Oh, sorry, I can't be. It's too stressful, so I'll just leave it. But yes, it is meant to go from backwards to forwards. So here we go, done it. There we go. So it's a bit of a struggle, but yeah, that's the axe mode, which is really cool. And then ow, there's cannon mode. Right, here's the blade blaster in blaster mode. Very cool. So it's just painted generic red and white, and we're going to put that in his holster just like it would be in the show. We have the blade mode, which is really nice, a little nice add-on accessory for this figure. So we have red, white, and a nice silver blade, which looks really cool. And that's the same on both sides. I think it would have been nice if we had more of these as well with the other Mighty Morphin figures, but there you go. And then we have two punching fists, one for the left, one for the right, like so. And the add-on accessory, which is the power axe cannon blast, like so. So we just get him in a cool position with his power axe. So we get that in there. There we go, that will do. Ooh. Move his arm up a bit. There we go. That looks really cool, I like that. Okay, so let's move on to the next figure, which is Goldar from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Okay, so now it's time for figure number 2, which is Goldar. Yes, I know what you're thinking. Hang on, we've had Goldar before. He was like a singular figure released at like Walmart or Target or something. Well, this Goldar is a little different from the previous Goldar. His gold colour is a lot more different, and he hasn't got wings. Well, he kinda does, but we'll come to that shortly. Okay, so this is Goldar from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, but this one is based on the Season 2 Goldar. Now also what makes this Goldar a lot different, apart from the paintwork and also having no wings, is he also has a sword which is a bit more painted than the one we had from the previous one. But let's take a look at the Goldar figure itself by starting with the detailing, and then we'll take a look at the articulation and so on. Okay, so as you can see straight away, it starts off with a nice blue for the face, and we've got white, sorry, for the like little claw fang things on his black tail thingy. Some green and some red for the eyes. Green dots over here. Moving down, we've got some red, and then some more green, and a lot, sort of like a bronzy gold for this Goldar, which is really cool. And then we turn it round. There's the rest of his black fur, and there's his tail. I think that's that tip's meant to be coloured. Now you probably noticed there's these two holes here. Now, while I'm looking at those holes at the back, I'm going to show you guys something. So let me just adjust the camera. Now, so these two holes are supposed to be for either the wings if you had the previous figure, or you attach these. Now these are meant to be like his wings when they're closed up. So what we're going to do is we're going to attach them to the back by simply just pushing them in, pretty much like Goldar's wings from the other figure, like that. So twist and push, and they're in there nice and secure. Okay, so that's pretty much his details done. So let's take a look at his articulation. Okay, articulation time. So his head can move, well, slightly, but not a lot. His arms, like so, or shoulder joint here, double elbow joint, but because of all this extra armour, it's very hard for him to go all the way back like the Ranger figures, but that's okay. Upper torso, lower torso. So this is the lower torso, and this is upper torso, like so. So you can turn 360 degrees. The Ranger figures can do that as well. I'm sorry I didn't mention that earlier, but I do forget that bit. Okay, legs, like so. Double knee joint, and the foot can turn 360 degrees. And yeah, and then the foot you can do up and down, like so. So got Goldar in a good position for a good pose, I think. Yeah, that's ready. So we have two extra hands. So we have a sort of grabbing hand, like so, and we have a punching hand with the really nice gauntlet thing at the back. So there's that. Then we have his sword. Now, as I said, his sword is more painted because you see the line effect and painted in nice gold colour. I love that. So this is really nice, and the blades are grey silver colour, but it still looks cool, and we've got a bit of red. So that looks really cool. So I'm going to put his sword in his hand, like so. And as to be expected, he's got an accessory thing of his own. So that's this bit. It's a twirly one which just wraps around the sword like this. So you just wrap it around the sword, thread it through like so. That looks really menacing. Goldar's ready to take down the Rangers. Oh, I'm gonna fight the Power Rangers. Oh. Okay, Goldar, whatever you say. Okay, so let's move on to figure number 3, which is Tommy the Red Zeo Ranger. Okay, figure number 3 is Tommy the Red Zeo Ranger. Woo! So it's really cool to get another Zeo Ranger figure, because as you know, we previously have had Jason the Gold Zeo Ranger with his twin pack with the armoured Mighty Morphin Red figure, and also we've had Trey from Triforia as the Gold Zeo Ranger on his own, and also Rocky the Blue Zeo Ranger. But now we have our fourth Zeo Ranger figure. Third colour, fourth Ranger Zeo figure. You know what I mean. Anyway, so let's start with the detailing and then articulation. Okay, so we have a nice start with a star on his helmet, looking very cool. We've got some nice gold and some white on the chest part, which is really cool. And even Catherine and Nakia love the Zeo suits because of the gold Egyptian sort of vibe that the suits give off, which is really cool, and I totally agree with that. We've got some nice detailing on the cuffs, looking very cool with all the little triangles and a little technical circuit board looking stuff. And then there's the Zeo emblem on the buckle, which is very cool. And the gold holsters for the sword and the blaster. And moving down, we've got red, some gold under the boots again with those really nice detailing. Turn to the back. We've got that nice detailing continuing to the back of the figure, and it's looking really, really cool. Okay, so now it's time to move on to articulation. Okay, articulation. Well, it's pretty much like Zack the Black Ranger, but I will show you something I did forget to mention earlier. So, first, the head, as always, 360 degrees. The head can move forward and back. The arms, shoulder joint, up and down, forward and back. Turn 360 degrees. And then, double elbow joint. Turn at the hand. Now, the Zeo hands, they don't really tend to have that little bit where you can move the hand like this, up and down. So, unfortunately, it won't do that. But the torso, you can move forward and back, but also it can turn 360 degrees. Now, that's what I forgot to show you with Mighty Morphin Black earlier, so I apologise. And lower torso, like so. And then legs, forward and down. Because unfortunately you can't go back, but you can bend the knee back, as it's a double jointed articulation. Turn 360 degrees like so, and turn here. Very cool. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And then the boot, like so, and turn like this. And then also, I forgot to show you that as well. So it can turn. So if you do poses like where the legs stick out, you can get it so it stands on the ground, but we don't need to worry about that at the moment. Okay. Let's get into standstill. And okay, let's move on to the next bit. So, 2 punching fists. But these ones have the moving up and down position. So at least these ones we know can do that position, so you can do it up and down like that, which is really cool. So that's those. We have the head. Now the only thing different about the Tommy head for this figure is his hair is long, and it's not so much in a ponytail like the White Ranger figure, which we had in the first wave, which is really cool. And we have his accessory, which is a nice little blast effect for his next weapon, which is the Zeo laser pistol, which is really cool. So that's one of his sidearm weapons. And then his Zeo sword, which is blue and gold and silver. Well, grey silver actually. With the blade, the Zeo 5 power sword with nice gold. I think this would have been better if the in between the gold circle and the star would have been painted black. I think if it was painted black, it probably would have looked a lot better. It would have probably given it a lot more depth to it, to give it somewhat of a 3D look, I guess. But still, that looks really cool. So the grey handle, and there's the little symbol, as you can see, on the handle, and it's black and grey. It looks really cool. Okay, now let's get him in a cool pose, shall we? So we're not going to use this sword, so I'm going to put this away in his holster, like that one. So on this side you have his sword, and then on this side you have his blaster, and you can tell because of the shapes. And also I've noticed there's a little detailing on the holster as well, so that's really cool. I didn't notice that. Well, detailing on the blaster holster, shall we say. Okay, so let's get him to have his blaster in this hand, if it'll let me. Oh, as I said, these are new figures, so okay. Oh right, that looks really cool. I'm just going to pop these extra bits away because we don't need them, and I'm going to add on the extra accessory now. So there's a little hole at the very end, so that's going to attach to the very end, if it'll let me. There you go. It will attach to the end of the Zeo laser pistol. There we go. So now it looks like he's blasting quadra fighters or something, or putties. Oh no, cogs, isn't it? Zeo, it's all the cogs. Now I noticed mine's a little floppy, so I'm just going to try and see if I can turn it. I'm sure you've had that problem with your accessory thing. Okay, so that looks really cool. Okay, now we're moving on to the final figure of this wave, and that's Ashley, the Yellow Space Ranger. So let's rock it. Okay, so here's figure number 4, and it's the last figure for this wave, and that is Ashley, the Yellow Space Ranger, and she looks Morphinominal. Okay, so it looks really cool. So we've got some nice accessories, and it's nice to have our first female Space Ranger figure and also our second Space Ranger figure. But of course, what we're going to do is we're going to now, as always, you know what's coming next, details and then articulation. So let's rock it. Okay, so straight away, as you can see, we've got some nice paintwork of yellow on the helmet and some white and silver on the mouthpiece, and also some gold on the chest. And also we got the, this is one of the things that I like about the suit, is I like those patterns on across the chest, which represents all the Space Ranger colours. I love that. And then we got white on the shoulder, then yellow down the arm, and then white. Gold for the emblem on the buckle, which is really cool. The holster, and then the skirt, just like with a lot of female Ranger figures. Yellow, and then plain white boots. We turn to the back, and it's nice that it's painted at the back as well, looking really cool. And yeah, that looks fantastic. Okay, articulation time. Okay, so articulation. So this is a female figure, so the articulation's going to be slightly different, but let me show you what I mean. So head 360 degrees, and it can move up and down just like the male figures, and then the shoulder joints here, and then it can move its arms forward and then really back because of a special I think they call it a butterfly joint at this one on the female figures. I think that's what they call it. And then we have some torso, so upper torso and lower torso, looking really cool. And double knee joint, and then foot like so. The knee is a double jointed at the knee, and then the boot can turn 360 degrees. The foot can go like this, which is really cool. And yeah, that's pretty much all the articulation for the Space Yellow Ranger figure. Okay, now let's take a look at the head. So this is the Ashley head, which you can change, you can switch with the Yellow Ranger figure. And also what's really cool is if they do a yellow turbo figure, then they probably might give, you know, they probably might make it Tanya, and then they just swap, like give her a different hairstyle or something. But that's really cool. So got some nice articulation, nice detailing there. Oh, got a bit of dirt over there. Let me get rid of that. There we go. Sorry. So that looks really cool. And we got her Astro Blaster, like so, and that looks really nice with blue, gold for the emblem, and a bit of red, and some nice shiny silver. That's the same on both sides. And that's going to go into a holster like that. And we have the accessory for her Star Slinger, which is right here. And as you can see, the Star Slinger is silver. I think it would have been nice if the emblem, which is right there, could have been painted gold. That would have been nice. And then this is all like silvery grey all here. Black for the handle and yellow. Looking really cool. But again, I wish the emblems here and there were all painted gold. But oh well, never mind. Okay. We got two hand accessories. We have a punching fist, and we've got a karate chop hand, which is really cool. Okay, so let's get Ashley in a really cool position with her Star Slinger. So I'm going to put it in this hand, and then it's like she has to isn't it? I think she holds it, doesn't she? So let me just move the thing around. Okay. That's it. Get in between the fingers. There we go. And we attach the accessory onto here. So there's one. And there's two. That's cool. And then I'll move these out of the way so you can see how cool she looks. Alright. Looks fantastic. Okay, so that's all the Space Ranger figures. Now, well, all the Space Ranger figures. No, we've only got yellow so far, and we have red Space Ranger on the way. Woohoo! Okay, so time to finish up this review, methinks. Oh wow, Ranger Nation. Well, this has been a really interesting review, and it's so cool to have our first Lightning Collection action figures line review right here on the Ranger Chamber channel. Of course, we still got our past 5 reviews of the first 5 wave of figures, which will always stay on the channel. But of course, I'd just like to say, well, that's it for this video. So I'd just like to say thank you for watching. As always, please remember to like the video, share the video, comment below. And your question of the day is, do you have a favourite Ranger moment with one of these characters? So, do you have a moment with Zach, the Black Ranger from Mighty Morphin, or Goldar from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Season 1 or whichever season, Zeo Red Ranger Tommy, or Yellow Ranger Ashley from Power Rangers in Space? And of course, go subscribe, because we've got many more videos coming to the Ranger Chamber channel, just like this. And, well, there's nothing left for me to say except, well, may the power protect you, have a more phenomenal day, and myself and the Ranger Chamber team will see you all very soon. Goodbye, my friends!